Teacher Rae here. Hello. First things first, just as with many things in life, you need to do a little bit of preparation before you can set up your Magic Star reward game. Take a few moments to look through your upcoming lesson. You will need to consider the words and phrases that your students are going to be learning. Consider your students, look at the activities, and think about the relevance of what is in the lesson and what you're going to want to put into the reward game. Lesson keywords and phrases. What words and phrases are you teaching your students in this lesson? You will need the exact words and phrases in order to put them into the Magic Star reward game. Grab a sheet of scratch paper or open the Magic Star reward game next to your lesson preview and write down the keywords and phrases that you are going to be teaching your students. Next, the students. Think about your students. What do your students like? What do your students dislike? How many students are in this cohort? What did you do in the last lesson with your students? What do your students seem to like? What do your students dislike? Do you want to do the same thing as you did in the last lesson because it worked really well? Or do you want to do something different because these students like to be challenged? Always consider your students. What works, what doesn't work, and don't be afraid to try something new. Next is the activities. Look through the lesson material and look carefully at the activities that are included in the lesson. If your lesson has an activity that asks your students to jump, you might not want to use the jumping prize in the Magic Star reward game. Or then again, you might want to have them jumping up and down throughout the entire lesson, so you might want to make sure you use it multiple times. It's up to you and your teaching style, and again, your students. So look through the activities and consider how your prizes align with the activities. Look at when a specific activity or keyword occurs in the lesson. You may want to time your Magic Star reward prize with a specific activity or a specific keyword or phrase. So jot down what page or which activity has a specific thing that you want to match up with. And this brings us to relevance. Relevance. This brings it all together. You want your prizes to be relevant to the keywords and phrases in your lesson, relevant to your students, and relevant to the activities. Or maybe you don't want them to be relevant. Maybe if everything in the lesson has to do with dancing, perhaps you want to change it up and have the Magic Star reward game have absolutely no dancing or singing in it whatsoever. Maybe. So consider the relevance. Do you want it to be relevant? Do you not want it to be relevant? These are the 4 things to consider: the keywords and phrases, your students, the activities, and relevance. So take a few minutes, go through your lessons before setting up the Magic Star reward game so that you have a better idea of how you'd like to set it up. Are you ready to set up your Magic Star reward game? Okay, let's go!